The Locations feature is used primarily to separate employees by different time zones, pay periods, or overtime rules. Employees can only be assigned to one location, so if you are looking for a feature that designates time based on what the employee clocks into, you will want to see the Projects video. Your account starts out with one location. You will only need to add additional locations if some employees are paid on a different schedule, some employees follow different overtime rules, or you have locations in multiple time zones. Additional locations can be added in the Locations page under Setup. Once you've created a second location, several pages within the system will display a drop-down at the top of the page so that you can choose which location you're applying changes to. To assign different overtime rules or a different pay period schedule to an additional location, make sure to add your new location here, then visit the Report Setup page under Setup. To set the new location to a different time zone, you can do so within the Locations page. Let's go over the other two settings on this page. Maximum hours in a single time punch is a setting to account for missed time punches. If a shift would never go past 10 hours, set this to 10. Now, if 10 hours have passed since the employee clocked in, the system will assume the employee has forgotten to clock out and will go ahead and leave the clock out for the day blank on the time card and allow the employee to clock in for the next day. Missed punches can always be reviewed in the Time Punch Conflict report located under Reports. Workday past midnight is a setting that will only affect companies that have overnight workers. If left on NA, the time card will apply what we call a midnight split to any punch that crosses over into the next day. If time worked in a shift should be combined into the previous day's work, this setting should be set to a value. The value represents the time frame the system would combine from the first clock-in for the day to any further clock-ins past the midnight mark. If your company has overnight workers, make sure to click the What's This to better understand how this setting works.